back. We are getting into the reaction of House of the Dragon, Season 2, Episode 3, y'all. Once again, I'm going to try my hardest not to get crazy with the mother of the Greens, Alicent. I hate her. So I'm just gonna get out my system now. I hate her, I hate her, I absolutely hate her. The actress is amazing, I'm just to let you guys know, but her, I hate. The character, hate, hate, hate. And I also hate Sir Ethelot, whatever his name is. All they're doing is sleeping around. Regardless, love this show. You know what's really insane? I have to have a moment with all of you guys. I find this to be the killer. I remember when I started watching this show last year and I did reactions for it. I'm telling you, the views were viewing, y'all, and people kept talking about it, but also it was a different time. It was in August, right? This season, I feel like people aren't really speaking about it. I do see a lot on Facebook, but even when I look on YouTube, after I watch other reactors, I love reaction videos. So after like I'm done editing and I post my reaction, I generally check out other people's reactions. And it just seems like, I don't know, maybe the YouTube interest of it, or maybe it's not circulating around a lot on YouTube. I just feel like a lot, unless they're big YouTubers, y'all, you know, they always win. But I feel like a lot of people just aren't really speaking about it. Like, maybe they're not into it. I have no idea. I don't know what it is. This might just be my opinion only from my observations of what I've been seeing. But onto the actual show, I find it very amazing. The same thing I say in every reaction. Very, very good. I hate saying that. Let's get into this, y'all, and hopefully you guys will share my video, like this video, and comment down below. So, you want to see this in full reaction? It's what I want to say. The links are down below, Patreon as well as YouTube channel memberships. Feel free and join today. Without further ado, let's jump into the House of the Dragon and find out exactly what the show has got to give.
Must be my swordsmanship.
Well enough for killing Blackwoods.
What's that?
Put the boundary stones back. Bracken cows can fill their bellies on Blackwood grass.
The Assize at River.
Fuck the Assize. And fuck you.
Oh.
This is our land.
Babe killer.
What did you say?
Babe killer.
Aegon Targaryen is no true king. God!
Oh!
You wouldn't dare.
Oh!
He sullies the grave of his brother.
What of those who sent him?
Otto Hightower would never have allowed this. The young men have taken the bit in their teeth. They wish to punish, to avenge. Soon they will not even remember what it was that began the war in the first place. Usurped my throne. That is one answer. Or when Aemond killed Luke, Luke took Aemon's eye. The desire to kill and burn takes hold, and reason is forgotten. There may be another way. Alicent Hightower came to me in the hours after your Lord Father's death. She knows war is coming. There is no war so hateful to the gods as a war between kin, and no war so bloody as a war between dragons. What she did is not her, but the men around her who seek bloodshed. She permitted it, as you permitted the murder of a little boy in his bed. Alicent is in King's Landing. Her son sits my throne. There is nothing more to be said.
Don't be stubborn, girl.
You're well, Lord Hand. They'll be waiting.
Look at this. No longer his friends. Why are they all looking at him like that? I'm lost.
Good morrow, your grace. My lords appointed new knights to the King's Guard, your grace.
To replace those we lost.
We lost one needlessly, some nights.
Failed because the scheme was rash.
Perhaps, your grace, but we cannot all hide in our castles waiting for war to come to us.
House Bracken took it upon themselves to attack the Blackwoods, who declared for the Pretender.
This is nothing more than an excuse for them to indulge their ancient grudge. It's no true war.
I call it war. And so will Dragonstone.
We send a raven to Lord Tully.
These houses are his vassals, are they not?
Your brother Darren's dragon nears fighting age. Call on them to suppress the Riverlands.
Alas, they are months away.
Not aim to unite these armies and then strike as one.
This council must rediscover the discipline it lately had if it's to be of any use.
The Riverlands are the key to the war. I will ride out with those I can muster here, men I know, men I've trained. We'll enlist the Brackens, subdue the Riverlands, and take Harrenhal.
Bold scheme indeed.
Well, the gods favour the bold.
They did not favour Sir Eric.
And you'll take Aemond and Vhagar.
Vhagar will remain here.
I'll come too with Sunfire.
Egon.
Your Grace.
You'll need a dragon.
My plan is not to draw attention. We'd like to encounter one if we field one of our own.
That is precisely why you must remain, brother. But we cannot risk your loss.
I'm as fearsome as any of them.
That was shade, sir. Everybody's like, she stayed. White worm or something.
You saved my life.
What is the life of a queen worth?
What price would you set?
A place at your court. You showed me grace when you could have withheld it. I know the workings of the Red Keep, and the movements of those who serve there. Punish the High Towers for what they have done. To me. But more than that, I will be ruled either by you or by the usurper. Only one of you has shown yourself to be merciful. Are they always like this?
Sea smoke grown restless of late. We cannot know why.
Maybe he's lonely.
I've decided to send Joffrey to ward with my cousin, Lady Jane Arryn.
Tyraxes is but a hatchling. And Stormcloud.
I want you to go with them. Pentos, I think.
When my mother died.
It is safer than anywhere in Westeros. It breaks my heart to send my boys away, not knowing when I will see them again. I need you to be the mother to them that I cannot.
And my sister?
I need Baela here.
Because she has a dragon.
Because she has a dragon. Daemon. I know his ugly ass dragon. Where are we? You know, all these names. Didn't he find like the biggest dragon last season? If it's raining and it's dark, something bad could have happened.
I'm claiming Harrenhal.
Apparently so.
This looks already claimed or beaten.
Simon Strong, Castellan of Harrenhal, pledged fealty to Rhaenyra of House Targaryen.
I've survived many a battle. I do not mean to be felled by poison peas.
If you've not yet surmised, you are welcome here.
He who sits at the false court of Aegon.
Larys Clubfoot is no lord of mine. Do you not think it strange that his father, my nephew, Lord Lionel, perished by fire, and his son too? So no, you will find no loyalty to Larys Strong here, my prince.
Your Grace.
I'd only assumed that as consort.
And we are reminded of the perilousness of assumption. Harrenhal is the largest castle in the Seven Kingdoms. Or perhaps that has escaped your attention. 1,000 swords in the Riverlands, the largest undeclared host in the realm.
Houses Bracken and Blackwood have long detested one another.
Why?
The answer to that is lost in time.
Summon your Lord Paramount so that I may treat with him myself and turn them to our cause. People should obey their liege lord, whatever his condition. Presence of the crown and a dragon will sharpen minds round these parts. We march on King's Landing and take the throne. It's a big chair made of swords.
Don't lie. All these names, I'm so confused.
May I present my brother, Sir Gawain Hightower, arrived last night from Eltown.
Father, who served 3 kings faithfully, unseated as hand of the king. And by a man from such modest beginnings.
Sir Gawain has volunteered to accompany you into battle.
We have a full complement, Your Grace.
Then you shall have a fuller one.
No one is more delighted than I to march out to war with the Dornishmen.
May the Seven guide you. Good night. And lead you not into shadow and death.
That her Lord Commander may go into battle with her blessings.
Tissue for him to cry when he dies later. Oh my God.
No men, no horses, no ships. No dragons.
Good. They penetrated our castle walls, and now the Riverlands are aflame after the Battle of the Burning Mill. We must press what advantage we do have.
And what is that?
Dragons.
If dragons begin fighting dragons, we invite our own destruction. The Greens will make the same calculation. We will secure victory with armies, not with dragons alone. We must give Daemon time.
Prince Daemon is abroad, and Aegon's factions are enraged at the death of his son.
He proposed to conduct the war in my absence.
It would merely be a precaution.
It would be treason.
They want her out of the picture.
You're fortunate you took it no further.
Their queen wears the crown of my grandsire, Jaehaerys the Conciliator, the wisest of Targaryen kings whose reign outlasted every other, even Aegon the Conqueror's. Counsel is wayward. She has a hard task. I must hope she will rise to it. I bade farewell to Rhaena before I returned.
I would fight 100 battles before I went into exile with none but prattling babes. Girl knows nothing of ships, nor even of dragons.
There is Rhaena or there is Joffrey.
Hope to see our way forward in time.
For you.
And it is well that I am a good sailor. I have much to attend to.
He doesn't have a dragon, right? She's a little bit upset.
Stormcloud and Tyraxes are small, but they will grow. Persuade her of the urgency of our need.
Far away from any danger, with only babes to nurse me.
Each do what we can. And here, I think, is some consolation.
These eggs are even more fragile. They will bear our hope for the future.
Oh, wow. Oh, she sent her kids. Oh, and the sisters.
I feel sad about Jaehaerys. People die all the time, especially babes.
Sadness is a condition of motherhood.
There's naught to be gained from it. I warrant they thought I had no more right to grief than they do. Surely they lose their babes more than highborn ladies.
You have as much claim to grief as anyone. I love Jaehaerys, but my concern has been more for you and what you have endured.
She's a fucking liar.
Helena,
I forgive you. I said that I forgive you.
Aegon the Conqueror reborn.
Just get on with it.
At once.
Only that I think it would benefit all of us to prevent our king from being brutally slain by our enemy.
He's leaving?
What exquisite armor.
So I shall wear his armor to war. I fly to meet Sir Criston.
Small imposition before you depart, then, Your Grace. There are diverse rumors whispered in the streets of your city. Your Grace sends his forces to battle, and in his courage and wisdom flies with them. Alicent may reign in his absence, with Prince Aemond at her side. Tales take on a life of their own. My weeds, unless they are told.
My father always said he had no use for a master of whisperers. I find myself wanting for one. I should be glad of your talents.
Do you think Alicent would have done that? I can see that.
Shall we escort you to the dragon pit?
I think mayhaps I shall fly another day.
It does seem wise. Never fucked a woman.
You're sworn to chastity now. Yes, Your Grace.
Sit yourself down, eh? You've been telling this fellow all about you.
A wet whistle works wonders. Dawn mourned the passing of my grandsire, is that so?
Oh, that guy!
Who was your grandsire?
The Conciliator.
King Jaehaerys. You are saying you're a Targaryen?
I'm the son of Balon the Brave. Uncle to the one true queen, Rhaenyra Targaryen. Dragonseed must watch his own neck when he has no white-cloaked guardsman to do it for him.
You do not look very much like King Viserys. Or Prince Daemon.
Silver hair, the rightful heir to the Iron Throne, my nephew, Prince Jaehaerys Valari.
All hail the king!
All hail the king!
Sit yourself down.
Sit!
Drink the wine, boy.
Take the little... Come on, then!
I came here as a lad. It's a little take, Sylvie or Chelsea or something like that. What a fine, sweet thing. My brother will not sample another. She's now very much occupied.
Squire is welcome to her
One whore is as good as another.
I never wanted to see that man naked, and I feel disgusting to my stomach. I understand that she's trying not to start a whole war. I would have. Very nice.
A tavern with an excellent reputation on the Rosby Road, not 2 miles away, if memory serves. I assure you, my nephew will not begrudge me a night of comfort. We'll rendezvous with your army at first light.
We're exposed.
What?
I would set fire to the whole tree. To the whole tree. He saved them.
I'm in your debt. They know we're abroad, they'll be hunting. And no fucking inns.
Perhaps a scout party for a greater army.
The ravens confirm it, Your Grace.
Could you be certain it was coal from such a great height?
It was not such a great height, Your Grace.
Request your permission to return to Rook's Rest and fortify my lands.
I shouldn't fret, Lord Simon.
Prince Daemon has Caraxes.
Cole will look to increase his numbers, and he may call upon a dragon of his own. Loose the dragons, root Cole out, and burn him.
I have heard your arguments. And will consider them.
She needs like a different council.
Always coming and going, aren't you? And I have to clean up afterwards.
There's that tree. There's a tree. How did he get here?
You will die in this place.
That's the tree. Isn't that the tree? Somebody's like the tree.
What do you know of the movements of Alicent Hightower? I would speak with her, myself.
Killing her would be easier.
Send to Raven. She has expressed her remorse.
You can have a message brought to her.
I must see her. Face to face.
She is the Queen Dowager. She goes nowhere without many eyes watching her. There are fishing boats aplenty in the bay. Most folk pay no mind to a woman who has not dressed as a queen. There's one place Alicent goes. Outside the castle walls.
How do they not recognize her face? This is like the most not secured castle ever.
No. What? Knights would find me, I would be taken or slain. Though not before I killed you. Oh, I have begun badly. We watched the tourney together, you and I. The day my brother was born. Men trained up for battle, eager to fight. To seek blood and glory. I know you do not have that desire within you. I have come to see if we may uncover some path towards peace.
Your allies turn from you and they hear of your depravity. Your hands are bloody to no crime I could never have imagined.
I am a mother too, and you have yet to answer for the murder of my son.
I repudiate that act with all my heart.
Of course you do. It's the suffering and death of thousands in order that your feckless son...
Your father changed his mind.
Mere hours before I left him, he had affirmed my right to the throne. And yet you will maintain that his mind was changed in an instant.
Oh, well.
My father loved me, Alicent. And I believe he loved you, too. When was your plan first laid? Was your ambition so keen?
He changed his mind, Rhaenyra. I swear this to you, on the memory of my mother. I pronounce before all gathered in that room that you would make a fine queen.
Did he speak my name?
But he spoke Aegon's name. He said he was the prince that was promised to unite the realm.
What? He spoke to you of the Song of Ice and Fire? A story he once told. About Aegon the Conqueror.
The Conqueror?
Conqueror, not your son.
You must go before you are discovered. There's been a mistake. There's been no mistake. A terrible war is looming. And even victory may be so bloody as to be counted a loss. My father has gone from court.
Wow.
God is on the march, Aemon. You know what Aemon is? Too late, Rhaenyra. Alicent.
I hate Alicent. Aemon's not gone. The prince that was promised, Aegon the Conqueror. Oh, it's over. LOL. There we go. I don't know why. That was a really good episode, but I don't know why I felt like so much happened, but nothing happened at all. Is that weird? Like that was, as soon as I stopped it, that's what I felt. And I know that somebody's typing ferociously down below. Oh my God, whatever. Listen, I don't know nobody's names. It is so, for me, so hard to follow everything. Aegon the Conqueror, like we go, like there's just a lot. There's all these damn names and these cities and towns. For some, you know what? I think in the Game of Thrones, I was as confused as I am now with all the names and everything. But I think that as the seasons progressed, I understood it a lot more. I understood Stark and, you know, all the names. And I think that I understood them a lot more because like there was the Targaryens, well, there was only one Targaryen really. And in the earlier episodes, we had the Daenerys and her brother, but I think there was only Targaryens, right? Am I wrong with that? But regardless, you know, one had direwolves, one had the dragons, then Cersei and them, they didn't have anything, but they were super powerful. And they ran the Seven Kingdoms. And then, was it the Hightowers? I fought with the older lady who was like amazing, and I loved her. I can't remember her name right now. I think she died in real life recently. But regardless, I understood the Game of Thrones a lot more when it deals with the certain families and stuff than I understand this thus far. What I do know is Daemon is, and thank God this episode stopped for the simple fact of that Rhaenyra's homegirl, Rhaenyra's son's wife or girlfriend, whoever she is, she saw the Sir, whatever his name is, and the Hightower's brother, right? The representation of the Hightowers there. So when her chasing him, I was like, girl, we ain't gonna be getting that much dragon action in this episode. So I was kind of happy that it stopped because I was like, okay, well, they already had an interaction with the dragon, and I really want Sir Hands-a-Lot to die, but he won't die now. That's my first initial action thought was. Now that the episode ended, his probability of dying is greater, and I'm very happy. Maybe he'll die in the next episode. I feel like we're just stringing along until we get to like the final episodes of this season where they're gonna give us everything. But until we get there, we're gonna be the build-up. The king, the mother, so from what I understand, and please comment down below, but the mother, from what I understand, let me say that 3,000 times. The Whisper of all Whispers, that man, told Aemond, right? The king. There's Aemond, there's Aegon. Then who's the guy with the scar? What's his name? I'm not gonna look it up. I don't even know how to look this up. But I think the Whisper of all Whisperers went and told the king that his mother planned for him to actually go with Sir Hands-a-Lot to accompany him, and hopefully he was gonna die. It's what I understood that the Whisper of all Whisperers said. And that he was gonna die, and then Alicent would rule the kingdom with Mr. Scarface, or Scarface. Is that what he was saying? And that's why the king decided not to go? And it also seems like Alicent, what I understood what he was saying was that Alicent was kind of upping up the crowd, up the boys that the king hangs out with, to push him to wanna be this big bad macho guy to go and, you know, set off on his way, so hopefully he would die. That's what I was getting from the Whisper of all Whisperers. And what I find really interesting about the Whisper of all Whisperers is that he kind of plays, like, he seems like he's very loyal to Alicent too. So why did he ruin Alicent's plans? Is that what happened? Comment down below. Also, what did Alicent give that napkin thing that came out of her bosoms? She gave it to the hands, Mr. Hanselot. Why did she, what was that? Was that his plan or was that Scarface? You know, they were writing something in that other episode, the last episode. Was it that they were writing? I don't know, maybe not. Whatever that napkin thing was, meant something. I could look it up, but do I really want to? I could look it up, recap, maybe. What episode is this? Season 2, episode 3? Yeah, that's where we are. Let me see if I can find anything that's extremely quick because I don't want to be waste my time. Let's see. So here you have it. The war will proceed because Team Green's captain can't handle the truth. Right. The war is going to continue because Alicent's trash. Alicent's refusal to change course undoes not only Rhaeny's peacekeeping efforts and Princess Rhaenys before that, but also her own. The fan discourse about this ought to be fun, whatever. More than clearing up the wacky mix-up at the heart of it all. The chemistry is natural and compelling and blah, 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 blah. We don't care about any of that, blah, 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 blah. Daemon abandons Rhaena for Harrenhal, remaining in commando, even as it dreams as a young girl, blah, 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 blah. Stitching Helena, I can't pronounce these people's names. She was stitching the son's neck with his body. It's gratifying to see that in his dreams, at least, Daemon is horrified by the crime he commissioned. But with Alicent and Rhaeny's fatal conversation concluding, as it does, any dreams of repentance and conciliation appear about to be dashed. Yay! Green or black, as Princess Rhaenys says early in the episode, the headstrong men seem to have taken the reins from the two queens. That's true. Her own husband, Cornelius, leaves her stammering alone in the shipyard after a conversation cleverly staged with the couple separated by crossbeam. Aegon, who can't bring himself to say a word to his bereaved sister wife after the murder of their son, leaves her in grieve in her own peril. Okay. Sir Hanselot, the increasingly headstrong hand of the king and heads of Aegon army. So I'm not gonna keep muttering and reading through all of this and getting all the information that I've literally just said without getting the correct names. But you guys like the nicknames, don't you? If you don't, I'm sorry. Pretty much is what this whole thing is showing, right? This whole show is showing pretty much that the two women that we see in all the posters really don't have much control or much say-so, kind of the whole damn show, the whole Games of Thrones, the whole House of the Dragon. It just, they're losing control. And it shows with all the men constantly throwing their ambitions and their wills upon them. The men in Rhea, whatever, her council, she needs to refresh and start all over because those men are literally, they're kind of borderline disrespectful. That's how I feel. And the queen captain, you know, Alicent, is constantly trying to add in her input, but gets shot down at all. Like, she's like, nobody even cares what she's saying, including the viewers. But anyways, so that's where we are. We're still setting up, obviously, the battle that's going to happen, and I'm excited. I understand that they're saving all their money for these damn dragons, honey. But at least we got a little bit more dragon action in here. We got a couple of about 15 minutes worth of dragons. Beggars can't be choosers. At least we got 15 minutes worth of dragons, so beggars can't be choosers. I'm very excited to continue on to this episode this season. I'm ready for more dragons. I'm kind of scared what's going to happen. I feel like my team is going to lose. Team Black is going to lose a lot more dragons and a lot more bodies. We did see dragon eggs leaving with one of the sisters going to wherever the hell they're going with Rhaeny's kids, her younger kids that I forgot completely that she had. And they're going off and we'll never see them again for the rest of the season, so I think, and hopefully they don't die. Besides that, love the episode. What would I rate it? I would rate it an 8. I want more action. I want more action. I want more action. That's all I want. I really tuned in this season because I want dragons to blow shit up. And right now they're not. So, and all I am is really confused. So that's why I hope you guys comment and share and like this video. I will see you all next time with more reaction.